Hi everyone, this is your sewing teacher Veronica. Welcome back to my channel, and in this video I will show you how to stitch using your sewing machine and how to press your seams. This is very important step, so watch till the end. And if you don't know how to thread your machine, go to my previous video where I explained how to do this. You will definitely understand all the steps. But we go back to stitching and let's get started.
We want to learn how to stitch, so you need to take two pieces of fabric because you normally connect two details, minimum can be more. You take two pieces of fabric and look, this detail is called foot. Yes, here on the right side you have the hook that moves your foot, so you can try it yourself. Sometimes this part is on the back, but I have it in this machine on the right side. Okay, so what you do, you place your fabric below the foot, and it's only two steps what you have to do. You move your foot down with this hook, so foot has to go down. And the second step, you have the hand wheel on this side. It's always on the right side, every machine has it. Try to move the hand wheel. Look, when I move the hand wheel, the needle and this part also moves. So the second step for you will be make sure that the needle is inside of fabric. So it can be a little bit or more than that till the end. It doesn't matter, just make sure it's not in the air, it should be inside. Okay, only these two steps. And we are ready to stitch. We have stitch number 8 in my machine, it's number 8, but this is just straight stitch, just standard stitch that we use all the time. And now I just push foot pedal. We are ready, 2 steps, foot and in the needle, and we just press foot pedal and it starts working. Okay. Look, you don't pull, you don't push, it moves itself, fabric moves itself, you don't have to do anything. Your goal is only control the direction. If you want to go straight, make sure it's straight. If you want to turn, you just pull a little bit to the side, but not a lot. But machine works itself, you just press foot pedal. Okay, so let's check how it looks. When you want to stop, you repeat the same 2 steps but in the opposite direction. So make sure the needle is raised. In my case it was not in the fabric, and you can just turn the hand wheel, and the second step you raise the foot. So again the same thing, and just pull for the thread and cut the thread here. So very good, we did the stitch, and now look, the stitch looks very good, but you need to know one more thing. If we're trying to open this part, we just stretch it out. You see what happens with the stitch? It can open up. So what we have to do, we need to make sure that the beginning and the end of every stitch we make is locked. I will show you how to do backstitch. It's very important to know how to do backstitch. Okay, so we are making a new stitch. You don't look at this one, we are just trying to make a new stitch. The same steps. Fabric goes below the foot, foot goes down, this is step number 1. With hand wheel I move my needle down, this is step number 2. And now to make a backstitch, you need to press foot pedal, but a little bit. We need to make only 5-6 steps approximately, and we stop. When I say steps, I mean like when needle goes inside, this is like step. So I just press a little bit and I make 1 2 3 4 5 steps, and I stop. Okay, and now you will have this kind of button, or it can be here. This is the reverse button, you can see this sign, or backstitch button, this is the same. So you press this button, you hold it, and together with the button you press foot pedal, and let's see what happens. So you see it goes back. This is backstitch. You need to make the same amount of steps, so I did 5 steps. Can be a bit more or less, that's okay, but approximately the same. So when I go back, I lock the stitch, and now it will stay like this, it will not open. Okay, we lock the beginning of the stitch, and now we just keep going forward. So for example, I want to go till the very end, I want to connect these two details, and I just press foot pedal without this button already, just to go forward. Here it's important that you go till the very end, so you reach the last edge of the fabric. Okay, I think I should stop. And again, at the end, we have to make this back stitch. So I press this button together with the bottom. I press the foot pedal and make 5-6 steps, and I stop. You can also go forward if you want. It's okay if you just go back, but you can go also forward. Like I normally only go back. And we are ready. The same steps. Foot goes up, needle is already raised, so I don't have to do this. And I just look what happened, by the way. I normally just pull and the thread just goes out. But if I pull and it's not moving, what you have to do, you need to turn the hand wheel and pull at the same time. So I'm turning here and I'm pulling here. So together to these movements, and it will be fine. And we cut the thread. One more thing that you need to do, look, this is back stitches. You can see we made several stitches, so basically this is back stitch and this is back stitch. And if I'm trying to open it, it's not going to happen because it's just locked. We did extra stitches here in this area. And because we did back stitch, we can cut the thread very, very short at the very beginning. So on both sides, and beginning and the end, we cut the thread so the inside of the wherever we make will look nice and clean without threads. So only the stitch with back stitches, beginning and end, no threads, very clean and nice stitch, and we connected two pieces together. Great, we know how to make a stitch, and now I want to explain you what is seam allowance. Basically, if we want to connect two pieces, we cannot stitch on the very edge because this is not very safe. It can like open up. So like the people who sew, they come up with standard distance. We normally stitch with distance 1 centimeter from the edge. So if I want to connect these two pieces on this side, I need to mark 1 centimeter. I'm going to do this now. So use this chalk and the ruler, and you mark 1 centimeter. So this distance from the edge till the line, this is seam allowance, this is standard. And now we will repeat the same stitch that we did. We go forward, then we go back with this button till the end. So we do the back stitch, then we go till the very edge and back stitch again. So I'm going to do this now together with you. Before you start, you make sure that the thread goes to the back and it's long enough. Now it's a bit short, it's like 10 centimeters approximately. I make it a bit longer till 20, okay? This is important. And now I'm just repeating what I just did 5 minutes ago. I try to be on my line that I made for myself. I go forward, back, till the very end, yes? And now till the very end of the fabric and back stitches. I don't go back, I go back but not forward again. You can do this if you want to. Raise the foot, raise the needle, and we cut the thread very, very short at the very beginning. So we have only stitch and no threads around it. Okay. So we connected these two pieces with seam allowance. So we have a bit of fabric here, but not a lot, and it will keep it together. Next, what I want to show you is zigzag stitch. In my machine, this is number 6, but your machine can have different number, and we have a bigger one and the smaller one. If you're a beginner, I advise you to start with the bigger because it's easier to do this. Okay, what you have to know about zigzag, why we need it. If you look at the fabric, you can see these threads coming out from the fabric. So if you use this, I don't know, bag, dress, whatever you made, or you wash it, it's going to be more and more threads, and we need to do something about it because it doesn't look nice. So we use zigzag stitch that will go on the very edge here to protect this part, to protect these threads from coming out. Okay, and what you have to do, the needle, this one, it will move like right left like this, and your goal is to make it go out of the fabric and then in, out, in. So we surround the edge of the fabric with the thread like this, out, in, out, in. So if you want to do this stitch in my machine, I think maybe in yours also, the best way to do is to keep this edge in the middle of my foot. This is my foot. Yes, this is the foot. I hope you see it. And the middle is approximately like here. You need to divide it by two parts. So this will be the middle. And if I just keep my edge in the middle, then the needle will go automatically out, in, out, in. So foot goes down, needle goes down also. You see now it's out of the fabric. Next step will be in. And I don't do any backstitch. You can do backstitch. That's not a mistake. It's even better. So I just keep going. It's out, in, out, in. If you see that you go out completely, then move your fabric a little bit. Keep it in the middle. Okay. We can do backstitch if you want to. I just press this backstitch button and go back. Okay, we finished, and the needle go up, and again we cut the thread very short. I want to explain why I don't do backstitch. If you do this, this is good, but it saves time if you don't do this. Look, the straight stitch is the most important stitch. It keeps everything together. So if you make a dress, that keeps all the details together, but the zigzag, it's more like to make the inside part of the dress look nice. It's not like this important stitch. It just makes the inside nicer. The most important is to make sure that the straight stitch stays in the fabric. This one, if it goes away, that's not a big problem. So we can skip this part. So we have finished edge. If I'm going to pull out the thread, it can go a little bit, but not really a lot. So the thread will stay inside, and basically this is it. And after we made straight stitch and zigzag, every time you have to press your seam. We use just simple iron. It should have like space for water inside, but they all have it. I have here like a steam chosen, and the button that is giving me steam basically. Yes, it works. I also have this cover on top, like plastic, to make sure I'm not going to burn my fabric. I can leave the link to this in description. You can buy this one. It's really helpful. But what I want to show you, so we use iron a lot in sewing to make it look clear and very nice. And every stitch that you make, you have to press. And we do it in two steps. First, two layers together, the same way how we stitched. We don't basically open this up. We just press this part using steam. So I'm pressing steam button, and I use steam and press it. Why I do this? Because sometimes when you stitch, the stitch gathers the fabric a bit and it becomes a little bit wavy. So when it happens, we need to make sure it's flat. Okay, this is step number one. And the second step, I open it up. My zigzag is on the top. I can see the zigzag, and you need to press seam allowance towards one side. Doesn't matter which one, left or right, but you stretch it out and you press it. For example, I want to do it to the left side, again using steam. Just go on top like this. And this is really important because look, it's not very nice and flat now with the iron. So after every stitch, you repeat these two steps and press every stitch you make.
Congratulations! Now you know how to stitch and how to press your seams. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. I will be happy to help you. If you want to learn sewing fast, welcome to my school. I have courses in Rotterdam and online courses. You can check my website. The link is in description. And if you're not ready to join but just want to learn more about sewing, follow me on my social media where I post a lot of sewing tips and tricks. And I hope to see you in my next videos. Bye bye!